Ladies and gentlemen, what makes a sport a sport? Is skateboarding a sport? Is diving a sport? Is chess a sport? Is poker a sport? What defines a sport? A sport is any activity that involves skill and competitiveness. So does that make these less physically demanding sports a sport? Yes. Chess is considered a sport because you have to have skill in order to compete with other people. So is competitive surfing a sport? Yes, it involves training and skill to compete with other people in order to be the best. All of these smaller sports get hated on because they aren't as physically demanding as other sports such as football, baseball, basketball, and so on. As of right now, American football is the most popular sport in 2021. Does that mean smaller sports such as boxing and other physical sports won't eventually be up top? I don't think so. Any sport can become super popular all because of marketing and publicity. This won't happen overnight, but it's definitely one of those things that can likely happen over time. For example, a sport that isn't even created right now can be the most popular and fastest growing sport in the next 10 years. Publicity is the main reason why these sports draw in so much attention and money. This is what makes a sport a sport. Most sports draw in attention as well as money to pay these professional athletes.
Every sport requires hard work and dedication to be good at. You're not going to be good at a sport when you first play it. That's why these professional athletes are good at their jobs, because of practice. Now, what makes an athlete a professional? A pro athlete is considered a pro if you have 10,000 hours of practice and you're competing at the highest levels. It takes many years of practice to become a pro and highly skilled or talented. All big-name athletes such as Trae Young and LeBron James have been playing basketball most of their life. They have well more than 10,000 hours, and it shows why they are so good. The reason why they're able to compete at the highest level is because of practice and experience. Size doesn't matter in sports, and it shows with LeBron and Trae because LeBron James is huge and Trae Young isn't as big. It's more about commitment and how much effort you put into your goal to achieve.
What do we consider an athlete? Does it have to be physically fit, or a person who is smart and cunning? An athlete can be both. The game doesn't always have to be about strength and physique. It can be about strategy and skill. Mostly patience. Chess is a good example of this. Magnus Carlsen is considered the greatest chess champion, setting world records and earning over six figures, earning sponsorships from Rolex and Versace to look good while playing. On the other side of athletics, this season's Heisman Trophy winner is Bryce Young, a 20-year-old college football quarterback that, despite his age, won one of the most highest-ranking awards a football player can achieve. With skill, timing, and calculated moves to win the game, this shows athletics in two perspectives, from popular sports to ones that you didn't even know existed. Swimmers, chess players, runners, gymnasts, quarterbacks, and kickers all have one thing in common, and it's the desire to improve and perform at the highest level possible. The drive to persevere in whatever you are passionate about. Learning to dominate your competition